My life no stress, fine boy no ex. Happiness. Àlàyé mi bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ pé kí ló ń lọ. Àbọ̀ máa rí ìyàwó mi lọ ń sọ. Wọ́n ní mo kí dem pressure. Ìjẹ́ má lọ sùn ṣiṣẹ́ lọ, mo yà pa owó lọ.
Peace family, we in the building. Who's in here? Who's in there? I see two people. Who we got? Who we got? Peace family. Let me know if y'all can hear me in here. We actually live this time.
I like no stress.
Coach T, what up? Oh, what's good? Peace, Steph. Peace. Oh, the gang is here. I love it. Oh, I'm so happy y'all are here today. Listen, like this up. Thank you for whoever liked that. Like this up. Share this with somebody you think that would enjoy this. Today we're gonna have a really dope conversation about manifestation. It's about to go crazy. We got visuals, or at least I'm trying a little something different. You know, we're really trying to get into our bag. But I'm jumping ahead. I'm so sorry. I apologize. How are you guys feeling? How you feeling, T? It's going down. How you feeling, Steph? T, I heard you and Meek linked up. I can't wait to talk about that and see how that went. You know what I mean? I got somebody else I'm sending your way too, so hopefully they take advantage of the opportunity. Hey, that's right. I love that. And T, I'm going to try to pick you up because I know you have so many of your healing workshops and stuff like that. So I'm going to pick you up. Yeah, Shamika is cooking something magical up. Woo! We in the kitchen. Let's go. Hey. Yo, hopefully she pulls up. Her and I have a collab as well that's supposed to come out. It's supposed to drop tomorrow, but I got a special surprise for you guys tomorrow. Yeah, mwah, evil laugh. Yeah. Steph, how we feeling? She said, doing great. Out here on the job, sipping on water, staying hydrated. My homie, I love that. I am sipping on that kava. I hope work is being kind to you, and I hope it's super chill, not very stressful at all, and it's going smoothly. You know, I know that double job life is not a fun grind. That was me up until last December. Yeah. So I understand. Oh, you fancy. A little orange sparkling water. Okay. I see you. So I'm happy to hear that everybody's feeling good and things are happening, moving and shaking. Steph, shout out to you, yo. I saw you on the SAU app doing your thing. On the Q&A that Melissa had recommended. You're putting it together. Hopefully the conversation we have today will help us all manifest on a new level. Haha, thank you for celebrating my offers. I've been working. Yo, you are in your bag. You're in your bag. Again, so inspiring. You know, I'm hoping to get on your level. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching. Trust me, I'm watching. I'm learning. I'm taking inspiration from what you're doing. So, yeah, man. Appreciate you, Coach T. All right, looks like we're a little slow going today. We'll give it another couple minutes.
Happiness is a feeling. Your life no stress. Òtútù ó wáyò, bákàrà sí mi alákòóyò. Ohun tó ń ṣe yín kọ́ ló ń ṣe mí o. Ẹjẹ́ ló mọ̀ tó ń ṣe
Oh, you're on levels, my friend. We're all here to help each other. That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, looks like we got one person in here. Whoever that third person is, pull up, say hi. We don't bite. Welcome to the vibiest, most chill place on the internet on a Wednesday night. You're gonna learn something today. And I want this to be very participatory. Oh, Jesus. Participatory. I promise you I can read. Here's why. Like, manifestation, we all have like our own ways of doing things. So I encourage you guys to share things that have worked for you as we go on. But again, I apologize. I'm jumping ahead here. We'll just pop in the back door and they say hi. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna give it 3 more minutes. And if people don't pull up, then we will just get started. Oh, somebody else is joining. What's up, fam? Peace. Oh, it's Andrea. What's up, Dre? Peace, Britt. Thanks for pulling up. Dre, I'm happy you're here. We have a good one for you today. How's the new job going, Dre? It's funny because we talking about manifestation and you manifested a new job. So how is that job doing? How has it been treating you? How are you stepping into the role? Sam may be in and out. No, that's okay. No pressure. It's okay. What's important is that you came and showed love. Job is going good. Okay, love that. All right. Cool. I love that you out here showing off your manifestation skills. You know what I'm saying? Hey, love that. Still in training. Okay, cool. Yeah, milk that training. You know what I'm saying? Onboarding is like the best experience that you can experience. Like the best part of your job when you get to just be in training and just chill and not really do shit and pretend like you're learning, but you're really not. You're just getting paid to just do nothing. Just sit there. It's great. Yeah, you know the vibes. Yep. Who else do we got here? Yo, can y'all hit the like button for your boy? I appreciate it. Apparently, it helps the algorithm. We're gonna go with that because that's what I hear people say, but I don't know if that's really true. You know what I mean? Just today, I was like, I can do something. I can help. Okay. I love that. I love you wanted to be resourceful and helpful. Good for you, Dre. Good for you. Who else we got in here? We got 6 people in here. Introduce yourselves, please, or say what's up to the people. Like this is a family thing. You know what I mean? It's a family thing. I just want y'all to know. How am I, Dre? I am doing wonderful. I am vibing high. I just had some kava. For those of you who don't know what kava does, it just gives you a nice, healthy, high vibrational buzz. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling like I could just like, I don't even know, backflip or some shit. Like, woo! Type energy. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling wonderful, man. Things are going great. Oh, by the way, Drea, how did I know you're in H-Town. How did the hurricane? Shout out to my Texas folk. Steph, I think you're in Texas too, right? How did the storm treat you guys? My bad for not following up. That's really good. My life no stress. Oh, you in Atlanta? Okay. Cool. ATL. Hey, ATL. Oh, we good. Lost power for a few hours, but that's all. Okay. Bet. Thank goodness. Give thanks for that. I know y'all had that hurricane a couple years ago where that water was not playing. All right, so cool. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Whoever comes in, maybe they'll watch this later, or they'll drop in as they can. Okay. So you know what time it is? It's time for that namaste music. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. I like that song. Obviously, because the title, happiness, you know what I mean? We want to stay high vibrational and high vibe, obviously, but because that's important, especially in this conversation that we're going to have in regards to manifestation. I feel like that's a little too loud. Let's turn that down. By the way, y'all, I'm getting used to this. Uh-oh, Bree, what's good? What up, cuz? Thanks for pulling up, yo. We have a good one today. I'm happy you're able to make it. By the way, how do I sound? Hopefully I sound great to you guys. All right. And that you guys can hear and see me clearly. Still getting used to this YouTube streaming thing. All right, y'all. So welcome to the official second episode of our live on YouTube. Like, this is great. Clap it up for you guys and yourselves. The beautiful thing about this is we've been doing this for 17 weeks, y'all. Damn. I don't think I've ever committed to something this much in my life. Hey, we going hard in the paint, and I love that. So big up to you guys for showing up, you know what I mean, and supporting. It's been such a wonderful experience, spending time with you guys, getting to know you guys, just building this community, man. Like, this is lit. So, we got some things coming down the pike to really just kind of like level this thing up. So let's talk about some housekeeping things, as we always do first, right? All right. So, huge announcement. So tomorrow we will be doing a surprise Zoom session live with the homie, with Cuz Elevation 44. Woo! I wish she was in here. Is she in here today? I don't think she's in here. Nah, she's not in here today, but that's all good. She's gonna be there tomorrow. What we're gonna be discussing. Oh, she is in here. Hey, Cuz, you snuck in through the back door. Oh shit. Hey, what up, B? So we're gonna be doing a special Zoom live. Oh, hold up. The music just changed on me. I don't understand why, but don't be disrespectful, music. All right, we back to our namaste. I was about to drop some beats on y'all. Cool. I'm happy that she's in here. But yeah, so we're doing a special Zoom tomorrow, right? So it's going to be called Project 2025 and What's to Come. Trust me, y'all are not going to want to miss this, okay? It's going to be a special link. We can't do this on YouTube, obviously, because we know the conversation that we're going to be having is going to be very detailed and maybe anti some things, okay? So we can't be open and clear and just speak freely. So this is why we're doing this on Zoom. So if you want to participate, okay, let me know, and we will DM you the link specifically. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this shit. Oh my God, the things that we put together. Bev said we get flagged for sure. T said, Spirit said, I'm trying to groove. Yeah, for real. Spirit got to chill out just for a second. But trust me, y'all do not want to miss this. Let us know. Let me get some ones in the chat if you guys are going to be available tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Just hit one, and I'll make sure that we send you that link. I kind of have an idea of the people I want in there anyway. Most of y'all I really rock with and I really trust. So we'll make sure to send that to you. And it's going to be interactive too. You know what I mean? So if you have things that you are putting together, shit gonna be crazy, yo. Yeah, man. Okay, cool. Brit's in, T's in, Steph is down. Hey, all right, cool. Let's go crazy. All right, lovely. I'm so excited about this, man. And this is probably gonna be one of many because there's a lot going on that we're gonna cover, and a lot more to come. This is a very interesting year. I keep telling y'all, if y'all remember that one YouTube collab that B and I did, we talked about the energy that's 2024 and a little bit of what's to come. And now we're going into 2025. And the energy grabs and the things that they're doing is crazy, man. So, yeah, please tap in. All right, let's see. What else we got on the docket? All right. Episodes that we have out right now that I would love for you guys to check out if you haven't, or share with someone that would be interested. Me and the homie artist, I don't know if he's in here or not either, but shout out to the homie artist. We did a collab on Dreams, which I think was great. So if you guys want to check that out, that is live on YouTube right now. Obviously, it's in the playlist. You can go check that out at your earliest convenience. We also did a collab on his podcast. It's going crazy. That one has like about 200 views almost, or listens, and I thought that was absolutely amazing. And the feedback he said he's been getting on it, like people really love it. So many gems were dropped between us in that one. It was such an amazing experience. Please give that a check out. I should have put it in the link in the description. You should click on it, but I'll add that later after the live. It was really good. You're a great interviewer. Oh, thanks, Steph. You flattered. Dream video was lit. Hey, you know the vibes be? Yeah, all right, so most of y'all have watched it in here. But yeah, so feel free to share it. I just wanted to remind you guys of that. But the podcast that we did was also crazy. So please check that out. Crazy. Shout out to Meek. I don't know if Meek is in here, but Shamika, aka the Chakra Freak, SAU alum, the homie. We did an episode as well. That's going to be dropping. We're hoping to do it tomorrow, but it's actually going to be pushed back to next week, Thursday. Now, what's special about this drop, and maybe we'll change it to Wednesday, I don't know for sure. What's fire about this is we're going to premiere the episode on YouTube. And so what that looks like is you actually get to watch the episode together, and we could comment just like this and kind of like chop it up, right? I mean, you guys won't see me, we'll be watching the video, but we can talk about the episode live, share our thoughts. And I just thought that would be a really dope way to watch the content, which was a really, really good conversation. So look out for that. And we'll get back to you on the exact time. I'm assuming it's probably going to be on Thursday at 7, but y'all will know. I'll be promoting it on IG and the other platforms as well. All right. Was there anything else? Nope. That's it. All right. Let's get into it. So, like I said, this one's going to be a little interactive. So forgive me because I haven't mastered this sharing of the screen and thing like that yet, but we're working on it, yeah? So, manifestation. Manifestation, I feel like, is one of the most, I was going to say polarizing. Yeah, let's say polarizing. I think it is polarizing, right? Because you got many people who believe in it wholeheartedly and are down and like, yes, I can manifest this great, just dream life that I want. And there's other people that believe that, you're playing God, and there's, so there's people on either side, you know what I mean? But it's been such a hot button topic over the last, I'd probably say like maybe 5 years or so, right? You got some of the giants in the space like Joe Dispenza, oh my goodness, Bashar, channelers like Aaron Lyons, and oh my goodness, how could I forget the homie? I'm seeing her face and I can't remember her name. Abraham Hicks, or Esther Hicks, right? Who channels Abraham Hicks, and they all talk about manifestation to some degree. Dr. Joe Dispenza has really done a lot of the scientific research to kind of back it at this point. And science is really getting into the going down to the atoms and the molecules and what you can do with um, I forget the name of the test. Forgive me, it's slipping me right now, but that's not a hint or there. But science has basically proven that we have control over this existence. All right, more than we think, and a lot of the manifestation that we've been taught to do in the West comes through religion, right? And I don't want to, shun religion or whatever. It has its place, but it's very, very limited in its view. And I think from a Christian perspective, generally speaking, because many umbrellas come from the Catholicism and Christianity are one of the major dominant religion in the West. Um, it really points to manifestation through prayer of something outside of yourself, right? Like you're calling to God, Jesus, whatever it is, to help you, save you, whatever. Um, Now, prayer is a very important thing, right? I'm not saying that prayer doesn't work because it does. But what the key that I think that we're missing when it comes to prayers, manifestations, setting intentions, right, which are all kind of in this same family, is like it's not just, oh, God save me, right? Oh, Jesus, I'm not worthy, save me. Like, nah. You have to be in a particular vibration. You have to believe and have faith that something's going to happen in order to attract it to you, right? And so if you don't believe it, you can't achieve it, right? Um, but what I would like to do to begin is just to kind of start by saying that it's important to focus on what you do want versus what you don't want in manifestation, right? So, manifestation is your ability to create, to imagine, to work towards a goal, a dream, a scenario, a thing, and manifest it or bring it into your reality, right, on this 3D plane, right? So typically, when you manifest something, it's usually not in front of you at this particular time, or maybe it is because you're blind at it, but that's neither here nor there. And it's basically created out of matter somehow to create something. So whether that you're trying to manifest an opportunity in a job, manifest making more money, manifest winning the lottery, all of that is a part of that process of creation, right? Now, there's some things that are important about manifestation that matter, right? In my opinion, one of the things that's important to manifestation is healing. Okay. Now, one might ask, why is healing important to manifestation? Well, according to the research, according to the science, according to the ancient knowledge, right? Everything in this existence is about vibration, right? And so let me pull up this chart for a brief moment so I can show my point here. Give me 1 second. Forgot to put that up. All right, cool. 2 seconds, guys. Thank you. I'm getting this together. We're we're getting this together. All right, cool. Boom. All right. Can y'all see what I'm sharing clearly? Yeah, it looks pretty clear. Oh, damn it. I'm in the way again. How do I move myself, bro? I can't wait to figure that out. Um, Hold up. Maybe I can zoom in. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to do it this way because technology. All right. So this is a vibrational chart. And there's several out there, some that actually have the the actual like frequency of which there's machines that they can actually measure the frequency. Okay. All right, cool. So happy that y'all can see it. All right, so here's the thing. So you basically have things on the downward spiral, right? Because like Sister Myra talks about, everything is in spirals, right? Vibration. What's his name talks about this recently too. Terrence Howard on the JRE podcast. I don't know if y'all saw that. He went crazy on that one. He went stupid and dumb. But so typically at the top you have high vibrational things like love, joy, freedom, right? Love, passion, enthusiasm, happiness, right? Contentment, belief, positive expectations, and then you got boredom, which is interesting that that's like almost like a neutral point. And then you start getting into frustration, pessimism, impatience, irritation, doubt, worry, anger, rage, hatred, jealousy, insecurity, and guilt, right? We've all at some point experienced these emotions, right? One in the chat if you've experienced one of these emotions recently. Anybody feel frustrated recently, irritated recently, worried, angry, afraid? Anybody in here? I know I did recently. All right, Steph says, okay, cool. Steph's been in a situation. Anybody else has felt like a negative emotion? I'm sure you guys have, right? Yep, T said irritated. All right. Cool. Thank you guys. All right, bet. Now let's take a moment and let's be mindful about what that felt like in that moment. Can you remember the sensation that you had in your body? Like, what was your vibe like when you were experiencing these negative emotions? How did you feel? What did your body feel? Did it feel heavy? Did you feel heaviness? Did you feel a pit in your stomach? Did you feel a sense of like anxiousness, like your heart's beating faster? What were some of the physical symptoms of those negative emotions that y'all could think of? Like, were you sweating? Steph said nervous and confused. Okay. Or overstimulated. Okay. Right. You just have this very distracted. Okay. Yep. Inability to focus. Right. Gets warm and hot. Okay. Yep. Right. Got you. Your breathing. How do you feel about your breathing? Does your breathing change? Right. Do you find yourself like having to sigh a lot? You're like, we from the islands, right? So, well, I'm from the islands. So I'm sitting here including y'all into this. Body tenses up. Yeah. Yep. But island people get upset, they just suck their teeth. Like, man, it's bullshit, right? You might start cursing more. Body tenses up. T said yes, a deep sigh. Yep, a lot of deep sighing. Be like, right? Definitely a lot of sighing. Britt, you're a sigher. Okay, cool. All right, bet. So, all right, thank you guys for explaining that. So essentially, when you're in these spaces or these moments that you're having in these negative vibrations, Bev spelled choops. Love that. When you're in these negative vibrations, your body just feels tense. Your breathing level changes. Your heart is beating faster. You're sweating. You're sighing to get your body. It's a physical reaction that your body is having to try to get you back to calm, to let you know that, hey, you are not in the right space. You are not vibing high. You are in a fight flight mode. You are stressed out. Your cortisol levels are high, right? Now, when you're in these negative vibrations, here's the thing about manifestation that's interesting, right? That I think a lot of people don't really, well, maybe they do talk about it, I'm sure, because all of you are woke in here, you know what I'm saying? So y'all probably heard this before. But when you're in this vibration, you attract more of that same thing, right? So when you're in these negative spaces and you're like, man, shit ain't going my way, like this shit, like I'm so over it, I'm done, whatever it is, you realize that like shit starts going wrong. So you'll be mad about something, and like maybe you'll like be washing the dishes and you break a glass. Does that ever happen? Or you like drop something, right? Or you ever been so mad about some shit and then you just like trip and you're just like even more mad, like man, fuck. Like you just like start throwing shit. Has anybody ever been that mad before? I can't be the only one that's like throwing shit and throwing attention and just start breaking shit. Anybody else in here been that mad? Don't leave me hanging, y'all. Give me a fire emoji or something. I promise you I don't have anger issues, y'all. I've done a lot of work. All right. Y'all with me? Can't hear y'all. Mic check. Are y'all there? Testing. 1, 2. Do we freeze? Anyone? Can't hear you, can't see you. Hello. Uh-oh. Did something happen? Okay, cool. Ascend says she's been there. All right, cool. All right, bet. I wasn't sure. I guess there's a lag or something's going on. I'm good. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So anyway, y'all get the point. Now they're flowing in. For some reason, they weren't flowing in for a moment. But okay, cool. So like I was saying, so you're in these particular vibrations, right? And what's the thing that we don't pay attention to enough, that many of you probably know, and if you don't know, we'll share it with you now, is that you are an exact vibrational match for the things that you attract, right? You are a vibrational magnet for the things that you manifest. So when you allow your emotions to be in these lower octaves, these lower vibrations that have been measured, you will attract more of the same, right? So when you're angry, it's okay to feel that way, right? But understand that you're going to attract something that's on that exact frequency, right? Cool. So, oh my gosh, excuse me. Let's talk about the higher vibrations, right? How do you feel when you are happy and experiencing joy and freedom and eagerness and happiness, right? Like you're feeling optimistic, you know what I'm saying? Like you just won $1 million. What does that feel like when you are excited? When you're feeling hopeful? When you're like, you know what? I'm so excited about this trip I'm about to take. Shout out to Bree. Bree just traveled to Brazil. You know, I was living vicariously through her. So Bree, when you was about to go on your trip, how was you feeling, Bree? I'm sure you were hyped, right? You were like, yes, I can't wait to see Brazil. I'm excited. It's great. It's lit. You know what I mean? All of that. You feel good, right? So when you're in this higher vibrations, right, you attract more of like vibrations. It's just what it is. It's just that's one of these rules of the universe. Bree said excited, right? Yeah, and that feels good to be excited. I mean, there's times there's actually well, we won't go there today. But yes, when you're excited like that, yes, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? You feel good. And so it's easier for you to attract things of a higher vibration. So why am I bringing this up? What I'm basically going to tell you is part of manifestation, or one of these things that I think was overlooked, is that when you want to manifest intentionally, it's important to make sure, or at least take advantage of the moments when you are feeling these high vibrations. Okay? So when you're feeling super happy, you're like, yes, I'm going on this trip. That's a great opportunity to take advantage of the energy and the space of being in joy, love, happiness, passion, whatever, to manifest more of that. So Bree, you're getting ready to go on this trip. That's a great time when you're feeling the highest and the greatest about that, to take some time to do some manifestation exercises, which we're going to talk about and share as well, and take advantage of that energy. Right? It's like a little hack. right? It's more difficult to manifest things that are greater in your life when you were feeling angry. Could you imagine like being fucking pissed off and being like, I wanna manifest my spiritual business and my spiritual partner. I'm so sick of this person that I'm with. Like my partner ain't shit. I'm so over it. I wish I could be with somebody else. Do you think that manifestation is gonna go very well? Do you think you're gonna manifest maybe the highest and most beautiful experience or the best partner for you when you're in these low vibrational states? Bree says, I typically do feel more thankful when I'm excited. Very true. Gratitude is the key, and we're going to talk about that in a moment as well. But let me get some ones in the chat if you feel what I'm saying, right? You have to be paying attention to your emotional state, right? In order to help you. So when you're high, take advantage of being on the high. This will help you attract those things that you're trying to bring to you. Does that make sense? When you are feeling super low, maybe this isn't the best time for you to be doing manifestation work, right? This might be a better time for you to heal, focus on changing and lifting your vibration, moving up from anger, doubt, irritation, pessimism to positive expectations. So you know what? This shit didn't go my way. I'm upset about it. I'm angry because I feel out of control and I'm not in a place of allowing, right? I'm stuck in whatever mode that I'm in and I'm just upset it didn't go my way. What can you do to tell yourself, to talk to yourself, to move your vibration up to a better level? So maybe you can get into positive expectation or belief or optimism or hopefulness, right? So that way you can begin to pull yourself out of that situation or actually manifest something better instead of getting more of the same shit. Well, one of those things, Bree let the cat out the bag, is gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools that we can use to help move ourselves from these low vibrational states and above that line of boredom. Right? So, real quick in the chat, because yeah, y'all here to do some work too. What are some things that you do when you're feeling down and out, not feeling great, etc., to help push you to a higher vibration? Anything that you guys want to share? And I think my chat is lagging, so I think you guys get the point, so I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a moment. And hopefully this will help. Okay, Britt says Palo Santo myself, which helps to clear my energy. Okay, dope. Okay. Thank you, Britt. Appreciate you. Oh wow, did we lose people? What happened? We just went down to 2? Okay. Palo Santoing does help, right? Clear the energy in your space, right? Using Palo Santo. Steph says, I have to pause and recalibrate my thoughts. I love that. I love that. Take a moment, take a second, become the observer of your emotions and yourself so that you can then move on, move past it, say an affirmation to encourage yourself, right? Okay, cool. So my point in bringing these things up into your awareness is to understand that a hack to manifestation is healing. And by healing, I mean moving your vibration from a low state to a higher state, right? And there's many ways of which to do that. Another way, thank you, Bree, for pointing it out, dance, moving my body, reflect and pray. I love that. That's beautiful. Listening to your favorite song, getting a healthy snack. These are all things that you can do to help move your vibration up, right? right? So be mindful of your thinking, is what I'm saying. Be mindful of your emotions. Take the moment to heal. Take the moment to forgive. Take the moment to give yourself grace. Take the moment to be in gratitude. Take the moment to go dance. Take the moment to pause and recalibrate your thoughts. Take the moment to get some Palo Santo or some sage and cleanse your space. Whatever you got to do to up your vibration, that's what you got to do. That's what's going to be the important thing for you, right? And so let's keep going. How we feeling so far, chat? Y'all riding with me or nah? I'm going to play a quick video that I found that I think I was supposed to play this earlier. I'm gonna just play it real quick, because like, why the hell not? This is just to reiterate my point of what it takes and when you're feeling low and why it's difficult for you to understand as well. And this is something I wanted to play earlier, but we'll play it anyway, because like, why not? You know what I mean? Let's see. Share screen, window, boom. This is a clip that I found on IG that I thought was fire. And I think it's a great example from a movie, Doctor Strange, that someone put together. It's pretty lit. And it talks a little bit about doubt and what's possible, right? So let's click on that.
Did you heal a man named Pangborn paralyzed?
In a way.
You helped him to walk again. How did you correct it?
Oops.
C7C.
Y'all can't hear that, right?
Right.
Can y'all hear? Oh, hold on. Wrong window. Can y'all hear that at all? Peace, artist. Thanks for pulling up. All right, so y'all can't hear that because it's going through the speakers. Let me do this. My bad, y'all. I tried to work this out yesterday. Britain was trying to help me, but we couldn't get it together. So we're learning on the fly. So I really hope that this is going to be loud enough for you guys. All right, so the audio was low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my MacBook speakers. And then, oh, sorry, wrong video.
I didn't correct it. He couldn't walk. I convinced him that he could.
Dang, now I got to refresh this. Hold up. All right. Cool. Can we see? All right, looks like we can see it. Audio was low. Let's see if we can get this to be a little bit better. And hopefully it was going to be much louder. Why? Oh, I muted it. Sorry.
C7C spinal cord injury.
I didn't correct.
We're getting there. Third time's the charm. I have to press unmute every time. That's annoying. All right. Here we go.
Did you heal a man named Pangborn paralyzed man?
In a way.
You helped him to walk again.
Yes.
How did you correct a complete C7C spinal cord injury?
I didn't correct it. He couldn't walk. I convinced him that he could. When you reattach a severed nerve, is it you who heals it back together or the body?
It's the cells.
And the cells are only programmed to put themselves back together in very specific ways.
Right.
What if I told you that your own body could be convinced to put itself back together in all sorts of ways?
All right. How do we do that? Where do we start?
Don't like that, Matt?
Oh, no, it's really good. It's just, I've seen it before in gift shops.
What about this one?
Acupuncture, great.
That one.
Just showing me an MRI scan.
You're a man looking at the world through a keyhole. You spent your whole life trying to widen that keyhole, to see more, to know more. And now, on hearing that it can be widened in ways you can't imagine, you reject the possibility.
No, I reject it because I do not believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy or the power of belief. There is no such thing as spirit, but I see through you.
Wow, knocked that man's soul out his body. He was like, oh, shit.
Did you?
Okay. All right. Let me, okay, cool. All right. Have any of you seen that movie Doctor Strange before, y'all? Anybody in here? So I guess there's like even more of a lag when I share the screen. I'm starting to realize. Okay. It's one of my favorite parts. Okay, cool. I love that stuff. All right, so here's the dope thing about that scene. Like, let's decode that for a moment, right? First of all, here you have this really dope feminine and masculine element in this, right? So you have this one side that Doctor Strange, who the gentleman who becomes Doctor Strange, he's in his logical mind, right? He's a doctor, right? Very much into the science and medical sciences, right? He sees that this guru has helped someone walk again from this extreme spinal injury that person should have never come back from. So he goes searching literally because he's a surgeon, right? And his hands are effed up. So he went from being one of the top cockiest like surgeons in the world to having his hands damaged and his hands are shaking, so he can no longer do the things that he identified with as this top surgeon, right? Very ego based, which is very interesting, right? His ego was like, yeah, like I'm the top surgeon, I'm this cocky kind of like, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because he gets humbled because his hands get severely damaged in a car accident, right? Now fast forward, his whole identity has been ruined, right? Because the ego has grasped onto this career that he's made for himself, right? He's made a name for himself in the industry, and now all of that is gone. He has nothing, no partnership, no nothing, no kids, no nothing, right? And so he goes and he's like going to the ends of the earth because he's determined to get back to do surgery. Ain't that some ego shit, right? Like he wants to get back so bad because of that identity thing, right? So fast forward, homeboy finally finds this guru in some off country somewhere, some corner of the planet. And his guru, which is interesting, is a feminine figure, right? So he's very much in his masculine, logical mind, right? He goes in there, he's like, yo, yes, how did you heal the spinal injury, right? And the guru, she's like, okay, yeah. I mean, I helped him through it, right? I mean, technically, he healed himself, that person that was injured, but I just helped facilitate it, right? It's basically what she's saying, right? The divine feminine, right? So she starts showing him, you know, people sitting in the yoga positions with the different chakras, right? And how they align in the body. He's like, yeah, I've seen that shit before, like in a fucking gift shop. Like, what the fuck are you showing me that for? Like, let's get to brass tacks. Yeah. Like you were talking about sales and all that. Like, let's get to it. She's like showing him other things, right? And literally explaining to him, like, this is how this works. Right? Aligning with oneself, anything is possible, right? You have the ability to manifest anything that you desire, including healing like this, right? If you so choose. You just simply need to be a vibrational match to it, right? You simply need to heal. You simply need to be in alignment with your inner self, with your higher self. Y'all get what I'm throwing down? So I thought that this was a perfect example on this topic because it shows how powerful the mind is, right? Once you believe, once you feel in your heart that you can achieve it, it can be so, right? And so the feminine here, the divine feminine, represents the things that we cannot see, the unseen world, the magic, the chakra systems, the energy, the ether, the things that are around us that we can't necessarily feel, touch, taste per se, right? From our physical experience, right? So he's very much in his masculine mind. And it's also funny, he touches her and then she just puts her palm in his chest. Boom. What's in your chest? Your heart. Right? Yo, everything is just so symbolic. And a lot of that stuff like goes over our heads. One in the chat if y'all feel what I'm saying right now. One in the chat if y'all hear what I'm trying to tell y'all, right? You got to be in your divine feminine space. You got to get out of your logical mind. You got to get out of your masculine frame, right? To truly be in a place where you can truly manifest. Because the universe is giving you something, and so you must receive it, right? But you must go through your inner self in order to get it, right? Of course, faith without action, you know what I'm saying? Or without the works, it's not going to work, right? But so you need a level of both. Okay, cool. Steph, you feel me? Right? So boom, she hits dude in his chest, boom, where your heart is. Soul, his spirit comes out of his body. And that's how he's able to believe. And it goes on and he's like falling and all this kind of shit's going on. But I just thought that was so powerful and symbolic that like many people don't really grasp, right? Like they're really showing us in real time, like how it works, right? It takes a level of getting into your divine feminine space, getting into your feelings, getting into healing, mastering your vibration, mastering your emotions in order to help you manifest better. Right? When you're talking about manifestation, when you're getting it from most people, they're telling you write down this many times and do this ritual and wear this type of crystal. And just imagine that you're there, right? Those things are all true and also help. But without your ability to understand and be the magician that you truly are and a master of your emotions, your manifestations are gonna be a little icky, fam. Gonna be a little jotty. One in the chat if y'all feel me, man. One in the chat if y'all feel me. If y'all sticking with me. It's a little quiet today, so you know. Cool. Waiting for that to throw through, and then I'll move on. Cool. Steph says one. Okay, thank you, Steph, for letting me know. All right. Dowdy, peace, Dowdy. Thanks for pressing one. All right, cool. So now we're going to go and we're going to watch another clip that I thought was super helpful, okay, to this manifestation topic. Let me make sure I am on track first. All right, cool. So let's listen to the man himself, Joe Dispenza, talk a little bit about healing and his experience and his work here. Give me 2 seconds. Share window. All right, cool. All right, so listen to this, y'all. A journey to healing and transformation.
Ever. And I was looking for the commonalities, and that wasn't a commonality. And I was a Puritan at the time, and I was just like,
Those weren't a common.
they were not. They were not.
Maybe some people
some
had
people, but
that.
it wasn't common.
It wasn't all.
No, but there were other common things that were more prominent than that.
Really?
And it was really interesting because one of them was that the majority of the people believed that there was some intelligence within them that was beyond their senses, that they could not experience with their senses. They couldn't see it or smell it or hear it or taste it or feel it. But there was a power that was within them, whatever you want to call that, that was giving them life. And they thought that they could interact with it and connect with it. So I was curious because I believed that as well. And that was a commonality. The second thing that was really fascinating was that they changed. They said, okay, if I had 6 months to live, if I only have a certain amount of time, if I actually healed tomorrow, how would I live? If I had another chance, how would I live? I'm going to start living that way. Or if I only have 6 months to live, do I really want to be an attorney? No. Mm-hmm. I want to be an artist. And they just changed. And I think, it's really interesting.
Hold on. Let's pause that for a second. People are sitting here. What he's saying is that when he goes around the world, some context, he's traveling the world and he's gathering information about people who have healed themselves from maybe extreme health conditions, right? Like reversing cancer, things of that nature, right? he's going around the world. He says that he travels to, over 17 countries around the world to have conversations with these people that buy different medicines, alternative medicines, and have healed from situations that they shouldn't have healed from. And he's kind of like putting together the commonalities. And what he's saying is that what he realizes is that people realize that, like, yo, like this example of, hey, like I used to be a lawyer, but I realized that shit doesn't make me happy. That's not what really I'm passionate about. That's not what I'm here to do. Right? Some of y'all know, right? Sometimes we're focused on these careers, right? I talk about this all the time. Like this is some real shit. Like some of us are working jobs because we have to, and I get that, right? But the point is that we need to work to a point where you are following your passions. He's like, yo, in this scenario, like I was a lawyer, but this person realized that they're here to be an artist. They're here to share their art with the world, and that's what truly makes them happy, right? And so that momentous shift changed it to moving from working a job that's keeping you in these low vibrations that we talked about on that vibration chart, right? The stress levels, the unhappiness, the unalignment, right? And so the power of being in alignment with who you are and what you truly want to do and what you desire is so powerful, right? Yeah, we consistently diminish and we create our manifestation, right? How many of us have heard of someone saying, I want to grow up to be a lawyer? And I'm sure certain people, like, that's what they're here to do, that's their calling. But many people are just choosing to be a lawyer because of the esteem, the money, you know what I'm saying, the prestigiousness that comes with being a lawyer, right? And they're meant to actually do something completely different in this world, but like this matrix system only gives you a few options for you to choose from. Right. And like we talked about last week with the Maslow hierarchies of needs, we have this thing where we want to be accepted. Right. The ego, especially. And it's willing to do things like, I'm going to be this famous lawyer so that I can be loved, praised, appreciated, right, by my family, friends, and others. I want to be respected. And so you're in denial of who you are, when in actuality, you should be an artist. Does that make sense? One in the chat if y'all could feel what I'm saying. And I'm going to go back like a second or two here, because I want to listen to that again. Like that was a bar. JD, I'm going to call him JD. He was dropping some gems in this, yo.
That was giving them life. And they thought that they could interact with it and connect with it. So I was curious because I believed that as well. And that was a commonality. The second thing that was really fascinating was that they changed. They said, okay, if I have 6 months to live, if I only have a certain amount of time, if I actually healed tomorrow, how would I live? If I had another chance, how would I live? 'Cause I'm going to start living that way. Or if I only have 6 months to live, do I really want to be an attorney? No. I want to be an artist. And they just changed. And I think, it's really interesting because I think when they understood that if they, on some level at the end, when they changed, they healed, right? So, and then I started studying the idea of the personality, right? Your personality, how you think, how you act, and how you feel. Keep thinking the same way, keep acting the same way, keep feeling the same way. Your personality is the same. Your body and your life is the same, and nothing changes in our life until we change, right? And so these people started, when they reached that lowest denominator, where the chemo wasn't working and the radiation wasn't working, the drug trial wasn't working, the surgeries didn't work, and the diet didn't work, and the yoga didn't work, and the ayahuasca or whatever it was, the psilocybin, LSD didn't work. They still were dealing with their health condition. There was a moment where they were like, nothing was making that feeling of emptiness go away. Nothing, that disturbance, that discomfort, nothing was making it go away. And I think when you're at that point, you can see yourself clearly through the eyes of someone else because you don't feel like you any longer, right? So you can pay attention to how you're thinking. You can notice, how you've been acting for the last 20 years, the choices you've been making.
Okay, real quick. Sorry, I got to say this real quick. I think this is a great example of something that I just thought of. Here's the importance of what he's saying, right? Sometimes spirit will make us hit rock bottom. You know, everything has a purpose and a reason. Sometimes these terminal illnesses are the only way the spirit can get you to get to the point where you can actually see yourself for the situation at hand and what spirit is trying to show you. Right? So how many of us have been in maybe like really tumultuous relationships, and it's just like the worst fucking toxic relationships, and you just get to the point where enough is enough. You're feeling the lowest that you've ever felt in your life. Your self-esteem is just trash because this person you've been looking to fulfill you has just continuously disrespected you, cheated on you, talked bad about you, lied, whatever. And you get to the point where you're just like, yo, enough is enough. Like, I need to make a change. You know, these people that he's talking about, they're at, you know, doctors are saying, hey, you have 6 months to live. At that point, you give no fucks. Right? You have nothing left. You're at rock bottom. You're at the end of your rope. Right? And when you're at the bottom, you have no choice. Well, you have two choices. You can continue to fall apart, or you can begin to look up, right? You can begin to look around you. You can begin to have hope. You can begin to focus on the things that truly matter to you. Because if you have 6 months to live, what is the millions of dollars that you so-called own or don't own or have or whatever you own? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does any of that matter? You can't take that shit with you. You're gone. You're gone from this plane. So people get this this fire lit under them. It releases the ego's control because it's like the final point. All right. So, anyways, I just wanted to highlight that. It's just interesting to me. All right.
Look at the feelings that you've been feeling your entire life. And I think that is the moment we become conscious of our unconscious self, which is, for the most part, programmed to 95% of who we are in terms of our attitudes, our beliefs, our perceptions, our unconscious habits and behaviors, and our kind of redundant and automatic emotional responses, right? So 95% is subconscious, right? So the first step is becoming conscious of the unconscious self. And that's not comfortable because you got to light a match in a dark place and you got to come up against yourself, right? And so on some level, they broke the habit of being themselves. And they realized that the emotions that they were living by really weren't loving to them. The anger, the resentment, they were just like, I can't hold on to this any longer. And I think the stronger the emotion we feel towards some past event or some circumstance in our life, the more we pay attention to it, right? And where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And you're managing your attention and energy to some person or some circumstance or some past event. You're giving your power away, right? So build your field, take your power back, take your attention off that person, overcome the emotion. You free your body from the past because the emotion really is just a record of the past. So I saw that the majority of the emotions that these people were living by, that they changed, were the emotions that were derived from the hormones of stress. And when you're living in stress, you're living in survival and anger and aggression and hatred and jealousy and envy and insecurity and fear and anxiety and worry and vigilance and hopelessness and powerlessness and guilt and shame and unworthiness.
Sorry, I have to stop it again. Right? So remember that chart, and I apologize to those folks who weren't here earlier that missed it. When you remember that spiral chart, what are the emotions that he just talked about, right? Those are all the lower level vibrational energies. And so I know we're supposed to be focusing on manifestation and it is tied together, but I just want to point out, when you are not on alignment on your right path, you're most likely to be in those negative vibrations, right? So then you're wondering, like, why can't I manifest like some people? Well, that could possibly be what's presenting itself, right? Because you're more likely in a state of those negative emotions, those lower vibrations. It is damn near impossible to truly manifest the higher vibrational things that you see and you want, right? So when you're in these spaces, you're going to attract, you're going to manifest more of the same. So this is why healing is so important to manifestation. Let's continue.
Entitlement, importance, control, competition, they're all derived really and driven by these hormones of stress. And so turns out that it's really hard to stop feeling those emotions because they're like an addiction. The arousal that's created from living in that emergency state consumes an enormous amount of the body's energy for some threat or some danger in the outer environment. And there's no energy in the inner environment for growth and repair, and the long-term effects of living in survival. And remember, stress is when your brain and body are knocked out of homeostasis. It's knocked out of balance. So the long-term effects of living in that chronic state of stress, the body's constantly in imbalance, and that imbalance becomes a new balance. Now the person's headed for disease because no organism can live in survival or emergency for an extended period of time. It'll consume all its energy. There's no vital force for growth and repair, for long-term building problems. So I started really studying really what stress does. And, you could have the perfect diet and take all the vitamins and all the peptides and time it all. And you can do, high intensity training and fasting and yoga and massage and chiropractic and acupuncture. But if you're living in constant fear emotionally, and you're thinking about your problems, and your thought about your problems is turning on the same stress response as if you're being chased by a lion, or your reaction to a coworker is producing the same chemical change as if there was some threat in your environment. What was once very adaptive becomes very maladaptive, because turning on that stress response and never giving the body a chance to turn it off, to bring it back into balance, is disease. So I discovered that people get addicted to the rush of these chemicals, and they use the problems and conditions in their life to reaffirm their addiction to that emotion. And on some level, they become addicted to the life they don't even like. And that's why it's really hard to change. Because when you break an addiction, you go through cravings. And the addiction is when the body has been conditioned to be the mind. And it's looking for its familiar chemistry for an arousal that takes away the whatever it is the person's feeling in terms of emptiness or whatever. So I got fascinated because if you can turn on the stress response just by thought alone, and the long-term effects downregulate genes and create disease, then our thoughts can make us sick. And I was like, oh my God, these people realized innately that when they forgave, what is forgiveness? When I discovered it was just overcoming the emotion. You just finish the emotion, and now you have wisdom, because the memory without the emotional charge is called wisdom. And when you overcome the emotion, you no longer have your attention on that person or problem, and it's all okay, right? So free the body from the chains of the past, and it can become renewed again. And so it was very interesting to see that many of these people, without knowing it or not, stopped signaling the same genes in the same way when they overcame that emotional state. They were like, I hate my job. I hate my relationship. I'm going to just make choices. If I only have 6 months to live, I'm going to live happy. I don't want to live unhappy.
I'm going to choose to live
choosing, happy. Right? And if you're choosing, you're changing. And if you're not choosing, you're not changing. If you're not changing, you're not choosing, right? So they made a choice. And the hardest part about change is not making the same choice as you did the day before. And get ready the moment you do. You can intellectualize, but it's going to be uncomfortable.
All right. Ooh, listen, that was a really powerful interview, y'all. Let me stop sharing. Domo, what up? Thank you for your comment. Wow. Yeah, very powerful, right? Man. So listen, folks, you heard it from the man himself, right? And this is in regards to healing. But when we talk about manifestation, these are the parts that aren't really dove into to understand the importance of healing. I don't care how much you do manifestation rituals, how much you write down shit, right? He even talked about it doesn't matter how healthy you eat, right? Or how healthy you are. You will attract situations, you will attract sickness, You will continue to manifest things that are on the negative spectrum of that scale that we saw earlier in vibration, because that's what you're a vibrational match to. That's the cost. And so these people that he's talking to and interviewing, they were like on their deathbed and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I might as well just be happy. Like, I'm just going to do the things that truly like resonate with me and my soul. And the crazy thing about it is that when that switch happened, they were then able to heal themselves. One in the chat, if you hear what I'm saying to y'all, if y'all feel it. This is not what I told him to play. Here we go. Word. Domo feels me. Ascend, you with me. Love that. All right, so let's back to the Namaste music. That was the last visual cue that I had for the evening. Yo, I put the link to that full video in the description, as well as that IG post. So for those of you that maybe want to watch it again and get more clarity, or just even some more information about the power of your vibration, the power of healing yourself, right? It's a beautiful thing. All right, cool. I'm happy that y'all with me. We might have to do this a part 2 because it's already an hour and 10 minutes in, and I don't want to take too much of your time. But let's go for at least another 20 minutes. Y'all stick with me. I'm gonna give you some more gems, right? So just to recap, for those of you who maybe came later, or those of you who left, came back, whatever, right? Listen, your manifestation, in order to manifest, you must be in a particular vibration, okay? We went over and we saw, I showed the list. I won't share the screen again. Y'all can look it up, the vibrational chart, okay? Of what emotions and where it puts you on that vibrational chart. We live in this world. Of course, we're in the third dimension, but we have this ability via our vibration. Everything is solid. We learned this in, not solid, excuse me. Everything is vibration. We learned this in science, right? The table, the reason why you can't put your hand through a table that's in front of you is because your atoms are vibrating at a particular speed or whatever, come together, right? I've seen this on microscopes or whatever in their study of atoms, right? And so because it's vibrating at a particular frequency, it gives the feeling that it's solid, right? And so everything in this existence is vibration. So when you are putting yourself in situations where you're unhappy, you're continuously stressed out, it's going to be very, very hard to manifest that life that you truly desire, because you're not in a vibrational match for the things that you truly desire, right? When we talk about partnerships, right? Some of y'all want your divine partner, but in order to receive your divine partner, you must be a vibrational match to that person. If you are not that, it's not going to happen. That person will walk past you straight. You will walk past them straight, because that's the design. Matter of fact, for some of you, your divine partner is probably around you in your vicinity, in your state, in your city. And you probably are in the same spaces, going to the same malls, going to the same shows, going to the same bars, restaurants, and y'all will pass each other straight. Y'all won't even see each other, because guess what? Your vibrational match is just what it is. That's all you can see. That's all you can experience. So the importance of healing as one of their major steps in this manifestation process will then allow you to up your vibration and manifest at that point, right? So for those of you who are coming in who may have missed it, Brianna had given a great example, right? I asked the question of, what does it feel like when you're feeling down, depressed, sadness, right? You have this feeling in your body, you experience sweats, your heart beats faster, you have tension in certain areas in your body, etc. You don't feel great. And then we asked, What does it feel like when you're extremely happy, when things are going your way, when you're excited about going on a trip? And she talked about going on a trip and she gets excited. And she said it's easier for her to be happy. It's easier for her to be grateful when she's about to go on a trip because she's excited about it, right? So manifestation hack is one of that people don't talk about is when you are feeling these high highs, it's a great time for you to manifest more of the same or more of whatever it is, right? So when you're going on these trips and you're like, yo, me and the homies, we going to Mexico. I love Mexico. Special place. Mexico has a special place in my heart, right? We're going to Mexico for a week. It's going to be lit. We're going to be in Punta Cana or Tulum somewhere. We're going to be doing our thing. Well, no, Punta Cana is DR, but anyways. You know, and you're enjoying yourself, you're having a good time, like be in gratitude. Think about like, oh, you know, this would be so amazing if I'm doing this with my divine partner. And you imagine you and your divine partner going on trips and what it would be like y'all sipping Mai Tais at the beach and in the pool together and having a romantic dinner outside in the beautiful weather. And, you know, you watching the people doing fire dances and the food is just, chef kiss delicioso. The food is fresh, the fish, the meat, whatever y'all eat, the vegan food, whatever. It's easier for you to be in these spaces when you're happy. So take advantage of those moments. You know, you're on vacation. Yo, my business is about to pop off. Like it's about to be lit. Right? Like I imagine, you know, when I come back, like people are going to be booking sessions with me or buying my art or listening to streaming my music or my videos going to go viral on the internet. Just daydream and imagine that. Imagine what that would feel like, what that would mean, how money would be flowing into you. Right? That's when you take advantage of those moments. It's a great time to sit down and be grateful and write down the things that you're thankful for and the things that you intend to do and what you want to see happen, because you're in the best state to make that a reality, because you're a magnet to that thing and that energy. It makes you more magnetic. It makes you more powerful. It makes you easier to be in your heart space. Now, pro tip. On the opposite side of that, when you're feeling like shit, when things aren't going your way, when you're mad, when you're feeling triggered, be careful about what you say. Man, this shit always happens to me. Yo, once in the chat if you ever said that when some shit went wrong. Like, yo, this shit would be my luck. When you're feeling down and out. It's like, fuck this, I'm over this, bro. I don't even want this no more. Looks like we got some lag. Let me get some ones in the chat. There we go. Right? We've been there. We understand what that feels like, right? That is one of the worst times for you to speak negatively about yourself, because guess what? When you say shit like, this shit always happens to me. That's why it keeps happening to you. Right? Because like matches like. That is the strongest and best time for you to manifest some bad shit. Thus, it keeps happening to you. It keeps happening to you because you're still in that space. So this is the importance of being mindful of where you're at. And so you got to take yourself from these lower vibrational spaces and begin to step up. So let's talk about ways that you can do that are practical. Well, one, we talked about earlier, we got affirmations, right? You have to affirm yourself and tell yourself that, you know what? I am safe. You got to be a little delusional. Everything is working out for me. Give yourself grace, right? Yo, I'm just doing the best I can. I'm having a moment, but it gets better. Those little things that you say will help you inch up. Damn it, I'm gonna have to show this thing again. I didn't want to show the wheel, but we're gonna have to bring it back up. It looks like I closed it out, so I'm gonna reopen it for us. Give me a second. Just when I thought I was done, but I'm not again. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the chart. Forgive me that I'm in front of hatred and guilt. Okay, that's what's on the other side of me. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that right now because I don't know how to move this screen. I'll figure that out later. All right, cool. So, excuse me. So when you're feeling, moments of insecurity, powerlessness, anger, jealousy, hatred, you must begin to do some type of affirmation, dance, do something that makes you happy, listen to your favorite song, tell yourself that you're safe, let yourself know that things always get better. Tomorrow, today is another opportunity, as long as you're alive, to make a difference, to have something better happen to your life. And you will begin to kind of inch up a little more and more, right, into these spaces until you can get past the boredom and you can get into positive expectations, right? And you can get into contentment and say, you know what? I'm straight. Like, I'm still alive. I have food in the fridge, at least, thank God. You know what I'm saying? I may not have as much money that I desire, but like, I'm good. Like, my needs are met technically, right? Like, I feel safe. I'm not sleeping under a bridge tonight. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? You can be in gratitude. Gratitude helps you move up the ladder here of emotions so that you can finally work your way up to happiness, to eagerness, to feeling empowered, to feeling freedom and joy and love and passion and enthusiasm. Right? Hope y'all feel me on this. So once we master this ability to take us out of the victim mentality when you're upset and angry and mad, when you're vibing high, take advantage of those moments. This is when you get to do those things that you hear about: journaling, picturing what it is that you want to bring into your existence. That's the best time to do it. Okay? And I'm not saying that you cannot, when you're feeling low, imagine what your life can be like, and maybe that'll help you feel better. So use that as an opportunity to bring your vibration up as well. But what I'm saying is, when you're doing some of these things that I want to talk about, we're running out of time, so we're gonna have to do a part 2 on this. So I guess next week, that's what we're gonna be talking about, right? Doing like the 3-6-9 method, right? Like writing down your intentions first, right? Saying them 3 times, and saying them again 6 times, then say it again 9 times. Right? And doing that 3 times a day. Maybe do that morning, afternoon, and evening. These are some of the methods that we're going to talk about. But we're probably going to have to do that next week because we're running out of time. But I hope that y'all hear what I'm saying and y'all feel me on this, right? So when you are beginning, be more aware of your emotional state is basically what I'm saying. Stop being a victim. Stop being stuck in negative emotions. Okay? Understand and be mindful of these things. Know that things like passion and happiness matter. This matrix system says, fuck your passions. Get a job, make money, and then you can figure it out later. Well, that's one way you could do it. But like Joe Dispenza talked about, you may run the risk of being so stressed out, so miserable, right? So disconnected from yourself, such in a low vibration on a more consistent basis, right? So here's the thing, like, let me just say this separately. We've talked about this before. There's people who make great money, but they're so stressed out of their jobs, they're going on these lavish vacations, and we just see the vacations, right? But we don't see the day-to-day life that they're living. And a lot of these people are miserable. They're stressed out. They're running ragged. They're feeling hypertension, stress. Like, stuff be happening. And all we see is the highlights, but we have no idea what they're suffering through on a daily basis just to have a moment of peace in Fiji for 2 weeks, and then they're right back to this hellish life that they have, constantly on the go. Understand that on the scale, we saw how high passion was, right? And you have to be passionate about what you do, and sometimes that's not in alignment with some of these jobs in this system. So you have to connect with yourself. You have to heal, and you have to understand what you are here to do. And for those of you who don't know what you're here to do, tap in with me. Link is in the description. Book a session. We will uncover it. I will channel it. We'll look at your charts. We'll figure it out because it is costing you. It is costing you your happiness. It is costing your ability to manifest this great life. You're on the precipice of millions of dollars, your $1 million idea that you came here to implement. You a chef. You could be out here like what's my sister's name? Oh my God, I could see her. I can't remember her name. Tabitha Brown. Look at Tabitha Brown, yo. Another great example. Shit wasn't great. They weren't making a lot of money. And she just took off being her authentic self, listening to God, right? Listening to spirit, listening to what was on her heart. She shared through her healing journey because she had to heal herself from accidents, etc., right? She realized her food was giving her inflammatory issues. She changed the way that she ate to save herself, shared it with the world. Now this lady has products in Target. Peace, YB. Thanks for pulling up. IC4 gang. You know the vibes. I'm from IC too. Happy you're able to make it. Right? So Tabitha began healing herself, living in her passions. Now she's making millions of dollars as a social media presence. I guarantee you she had no idea that that's what her life would lead to. Many of you are just like Tab. There's nothing special about Tab outside of her being fearless about it, outside of her being brave enough, outside of her hitting rock bottom like we talked about, and was able to look up instead of staying in self-pity and victimhood. That's the difference. So, oh man, listen, family, it's time. It's time to rise and shine. It's time to get it. It's time to step forward in your power. If you want to manifest this life that you feel like you truly deserve and desire, you must heal. You must up your vibration. You must take advantage of those peak moments in your life where you are happy and the things that make you happy. Use those moments to manifest, etc. Make sure you meditate, right? That's another thing. We'll talk about, I was hoping to get into that. It didn't happen that way. So we'll do Manifestation 102 next week. This is what Spirit wanted to get through today. I had so much that I wanted to talk about. But it's okay. I was a little ambitious, but it's all good because I want to keep y'all too much later. But y'all hear what I'm saying? And for those of you who just made it late, please rewatch this, share this with somebody, make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate you so much. Much love. But I think I'm going to end it here today. So family, so how do we feel? I want y'all to let me know in the chat. After this discussion, did you learn something new? If so, what did you learn that was new that you plan to implement? Can y'all share that for me real quick? The 5 of y'all that's in here. I'll give y'all a moment to type. And while y'all are typing, because it takes me a while to get them, I want to set a reminder real quick. Tomorrow, special live for the folks. We're going on Zoom. I'll DM you the link. We're going to be talking about Project 2025 and what's to come in 2025. It's going to be a very interesting conversation, but I can't have it on public platforms because we're going to be talking about things that will get flagged. So if y'all are interested, make sure you follow me. For those of you who I don't know who are new, or I don't know the name of your YouTube name, DM me and tell me that you're interested and I'll send you the link, okay? All right, so Steph says, be more in feminine energy. Thank you, Steph. Shout out to YB. Flexing. Let's go. Fire emojis. Appreciate you. Getting mad love from Domo. Safe place with Domo. Yeah. We here. So let's talk about this real quick. Be more in the feminine energy. That means that you must be able to be focused on the internal, not the masculine, right? So when we saw just to reiterate, and some of y'all might have missed it, but do the rewatch. We watched Doctor Strange, the guru. This represents the feminine energy, right? Peace, freedom, meditation, right? Belief, healing, love. You got Doctor Strange himself, right? He was in his masculine. This can't be true, right? I need to make this happen. I must force my hands to heal so I can be a surgeon again and I can be worth something, right? I have to make something. I have to force it, right? It takes a blend of the two. And many of us are in our masculine, right? We don't even really know what that means to be in our heart space, to share love with ourselves, much less others. So thank you for bringing that up, Steph. Okay. Domo says, healing is the key. I would start using my affirmations and tapping into myself. Love that. There you go, Domo. Let's go. Listen, I'm so excited to see how that play out. Hopefully, you'll be back and you'll share the story about what that's going to look like as you put this into practice, right? So tap in, like dig deeper into when you're feeling triggered. Why do I feel this way? What is making this happen? Meditate about it. Ask your team, journal, right? Ask your spirit team to bring it to your awareness so that you can attack it, so that you can, maybe attack isn't the word, so that you can move past it, so you can release it, right? As Dr. Joe Dispenza said, a lot of people are living in the past, right? Your past affects your present. Unless you are aware of it, you are a slave to your past, right? So the more healing work you do, the easier you can stay into those upper octaves of vibration, right? The more that you're going to be happy because you're going to be less triggered, right? When people say something offensively to you, you're less triggered. Like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, that's just a projection of how they feel. Like, that don't bother me. I know what you're saying isn't true about me. I know what's true about me. I know I love myself, right? When you're operating in the space of healing, you're in unconditional love, which puts you at a higher vibration, you see. Then you can manifest whatever the frick you want. It's lit. We all gonna be millionaires in this joint, right? Right, family? Like we about to take over the world. Like this community about to go crazy. Like real talk. Real talk. I truly believe that. Confirmation, Domo says. That's what's up. All right, so Send Through Healing says, you manifest whether you're in a low state or a high state. Bar. Through gratitude and healing, you raise your vibration and manifest the things you truly desire instead of the things you don't. That is a freaking bar. And if I knew how to pin that, I would. Oof. That is a bar and a half, sister. 100 and heart emojis to you, Britt. Appreciate you. That's a bar. That's so factual. You manifest. Like I can't even add to that. Like that's literally that first sentence. My goodness, you manifest whether you're in a low state or a high state. So what is it that you want to manifest more of, right? So begin to remove the things that are keeping you down, whether that's the food that you're eating, bad relationships, bad friendships, toxic music, toxic shows. Just take a break of that shit. Just take a break and see what happens. Go on a fast, right? If you eat a whole bunch of fast food and shit like that, just go on a fast. Just like, be like, yo, I'm gonna eat healthy for 21 days. See how good you feel. See how light you feel. See how much weight you lose. You'll begin to realize like, oh shit, like I've been feeling down. Like Joe Dispenza talked about, you become addicted to your current scenario or your past, right? So if you're feeling like shit, you're not going to know that you're feeling like shit after a while. It just becomes normalized. So when you do things like fast, when you do things like remove meat from your diet or eat more fruits and veggies, right? Or begin to exercise, you up your vibration and you begin to feel better. And you're like, oh shit, like this is how I can feel? This is what's possible for me? Yes, it's possible for you to be more in that vibration more of the time if you so choose, right? So then choose it. Anybody else want to share anything that they learned? I'm sorry, I can't stop smiling. Can I just say that, like, thank you guys for joining me on this space, while I allow you guys to type in. Like, this is something that's truly enjoyable for me to share this information, to be bouncing ideas off of you guys, for you guys to share gems with me. You know what I mean? Like, this is a beautiful, beautiful space, and I hope that you guys can feel this energy that I'm feeling right now. And I'm just truly blessed to be in a space where I'm living in my purpose. Like, I can't tell you in words how beautiful it feels. This feeling that I have right now, this feeling of fulfillment and fullness, of just being here with y'all, kicking it with y'all, and we just learning, vibing. It's pure love. And I want you guys to also experience this too, yeah? But in order to experience that, you have to walk in your purpose. And it takes a level of bravery to do that in whatever fashion that looks like. So I really want you guys, for those of you who haven't figured it out yet, and there's no judgment, because I'm here to help you, right? Tap in on me, book a session. Let's get to it. Let's get you on that path so that you can feel this feeling of fullness that I'm sharing with you in this moment. Because you deserve it. You don't have to continue being stuck in your past and a slave to your past, being used to the bullshit, being used to feeling what unhealthy feels like, being used to what toxicity feels like. You don't have to live like that. You can manifest better. Yeah. Domo says, much gratitude. Much gratitude to you, yo. Thanks, Britt. Nothing like the feeling. Everyone deserves to feel this. That's a fact. That's a fact. Whew. Well, all right. So, I'm going to wrap this up for tonight. Thank you guys so much for pulling up. It was, oh, wait, we got to time it. Hold on. Aligning with the right, Emotional Alchemist says, aligning with your right use of will goes hand in hand with manifesting. Knowing where you are in your blueprint allows you to operate in a higher vibration, even during those emotional lows. 120% agree. Yes, that's exactly the point that we're getting to. And in order to use your white will, you must be aware of how you feel and where you're at. And like Alchemist is saying, knowing where you are in that blueprint, if you know that hey, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling unworthy, you can begin to use the steps that we talked about to lift your vibration and manifest better, attract better, be a better magnet for the things that you truly, truly desire and you deserve. Man, shout out to you, Emotional Alchemist. Great thought. Thank you for sharing. Listen, family. All right, so cool. I'm going to wrap this up. Much love, my guy. You already know. Salute to you. Much love back. So family, next week, what we'll do is, I had so much more to share. I just ran out of time. I didn't think that some of these things that I was doing were going to take that long. So we're going to do a Manifestation 102 next week, Wednesday, live, 8 p.m. Eastern. You know, be there or be square. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on me. It's always a vibe. Reminder, join me on IG. If you're new and don't follow me already, please follow. And if you're interested in the live that Elevation 44 and I are going to do tomorrow via Zoom, and you want a link to that, of course, that's all free. We're going to be talking about Project 2025, as well as what's coming in 2025. We can't do it on YouTube. It's going to get flagged. We already know what's up. So we just want to have a conversation. So if y'all really want to get into the nitty gritty and kind of figure out what's to come, what these the powers that we're planning, and how we can up our vibration to prevent it, pull up on us tomorrow. Hit me, DM me on IG at DJFresh340 and say, hey, I'm interested in the Zoom link for tomorrow's sesh. I'll send it to you. The regulars who are usually always here, you already know you're getting that. It's easy. So look out for that, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Next week, Wednesday, we'll be back on Manifestation 102. And then next Thursday, God willing, me and Shamika, the chakra healer, the chakra freak, will be doing a premiere of our collab episode that we talked about as well, and we'll be promoting that as well to remind you guys. So busy next couple weeks, man. I love it. So we're gonna be spending some time together. Oh, also I forgot to mention for my day ones, we're gonna be doing. I'm still working on creating a community outside of Instagram and YouTube and stuff. So it's gonna be like a Discord or whatever, so that we can just like really support each other during the week. We're having rough days, we can share it, right? We can share things that we come across. We can share affirmations for each other, right? Whatever that looks like, we'll make it lit. And so, I want to connect with you guys more. I want to continue to help you guys on a regular basis. So that's gonna be coming soon. So we got things down the pike. We're working on it, yeah. But listen, enjoy the rest of y'all week. I love every single one of you. Stay blessed. LCMM, peace. And rewatch this, share this, like it up. And see you guys next week. Salute. Peace. Love y'all.